I just want to show you a little tip. So if you're ever in a position where you are gifted some vintage yarn from Norway, specifically for tapestry. I mean, this really did happen to me. It feels like a dream come true, but it did happen. SPAELSAU. It's a Norwegian sheep, and this particular breed of sheep is very, very old. I mean, we're talking about all the way from the Iron Age. This is really special sheep, and I actually looked to see because I wanted to spin some myself and make some myself, and there's no farmers or shepherds that I can find that have this breed of sheep in the United States. Now, if you know otherwise, please comment below and let me know, because I would love to get my hands on some of this roping. This is a 2-ply yarn. It's very dense. It's not like the kind of yarn that you use when you knit. It's really soft and fluffy with a lot of air. This is dense, and that's how you want yarn when you're doing tapestry weaving. You want it to be very compact, little air in between, and this is 2-ply, twisted together, and the twist is pretty strong with these. So much so that sometimes it does get easily knotted, in the fact that it is wool. It's a little more coarse, and actually in a way, I have to tell you, it feels a little bit like linen when I'm touching it, but it is 100% wool. In these skeins, this is how they come. It comes very much like embroidery floss or DMC thread, and you have to just pull from one end. You know, there's 2 ends that you can see, but if you need to pull one, you have to make the right choice, because if you pull the wrong one, it gets into so many knots. You want this dense type of yarn, and you want it to pack down really, really tight. So this is specific for tapestry weaving. This is perfect, like I said, for tapestry weaving. It's 2-ply, and this helps the tapestry so that there's not a lot of air between all the different fibers, because most of the yarn that you're going to see on the market is for knitting. Knitting yarn is a very different type of yarn. It's fluffy, it's airy, that's what you want when you're knitting. And so tapestry weaving, you want this dense type of yarn. You'll see there's 2 ends, and one is typically longer than the other, and that's a sign that's the one that you want to pull from. One pulls from the inside out, and one is from the outside in. And the outside in tends to tangle and get into knots. You don't even need this gadget. You just hold the yarn and it winds right up. Pull the one side that pulls from the center. You attach it to your ball winder, and you hold it in one hand and you turn with the other. And it's really that simple. And in a matter of seconds, you're going to have a ball that's wound. So that's just a little quick tip. You have your skein that is now in a ball. And here you go. Here's my basket of tapestry yarn in balls. And I use this like a palette. If you would with paint, a palette, I can see everything. I have access to it. I don't have to worry about it getting into knots. So that's my video for today. We're certainly going to talk more about yarn and tapestry